Good evening, everyone. I am so happy to be here. Where's my camera? There's my camera. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Hello. I am Jessica Gibson with Kaleidoscopes and Polka Dots. I'm the leading lady. As you can see, I do everything from website creation, which is what I'm here to talk to you about. Meaning I did all of the pictures, all of the copywriting, all of the things that you see on that website. And I also do all of the shipping. So that is why I call myself the leading lady of Kaleidoscopes and Polka Dots. And I mean, if you've seen that beautiful movie, The Holiday, then you know that you should always be the leading lady of your life. So the reasons that we're here. First, I want to talk to you about why I migrated over from WooCommerce to Shopify. What are the differences, what you can expect, and why I am so thrilled for you and me. And then I want to talk to you about Kaleidoscopes and Polka Dots. Why? Why Kaleidoscopes and Polka Dots, and what I've been missing out on telling you, because I realized through editing, through doing this migration, that I haven't done a very good job at sharing the reason behind the why of Kaleidoscopes and Polka Dots. So first, let's get started with the migration. Why the migration? Well, first and foremost, the loading speed. The loading speed was an issue. I saw it as we grew. It was getting slower and slower, and you guys were not enjoying it. And I saw it, and it was really heartbreaking to see you guys struggle. And of course, for me, I just didn't understand what I was doing wrong. So I started researching, and I started realizing that there were many, many factors that were affecting loading speed. And in making the shift, it almost instantly changed. It was incredible. I didn't realize that this was going to be such a major upgrade in loading speed, but it was. And the next thing that I found was that it was a lot easier to update, to learn about website creation through Shopify than it was through WooCommerce. Now, if you're on WooCommerce, you understand that the back end is very, developer-esque. And if you are not a developer, if you are not an expert in website design, then you know that it's very tricky every time you want to change something, you want to add something, you want to just get a form up. It is a lot of work. So you understand. But if you're not a e-commerce person, if you don't have your own e-commerce website, then this is totally gibberish to you. But as a shopper, you see the difference. You see the difference right away. Even browsing, just going down the page, it's just so much easier and faster in loading. It's just, it's a breath of fresh air to just see the visuals, to see how it all interacts with each other. Now, enough about interactivity. The next thing that I love about my new website is how many more new menu options there are for you. There are so many new menus, and this was done through a suggestion by Shopify that I needed to increase the number of menus, given that I have over 80-something products on my website. I mean, who can go through all those pages and try to figure out what it is that they're looking for, right? I mean, I know that I sometimes just want something that is more definitive. And that is what I hope I have given you through the new layout of the website. Now, let's move on to the why behind Kaleidoscopes and Polka Dots. So, what is Kaleidoscopes and Polka Dots? Kaleidoscopes and Polka Dots is a Mexican-American vintage-inspired jewelry company. And by what I mean by that, and what I mean by that, is that I am attempting a lot here. I am wanting to honor and celebrate a mixed heritage of Mexican iconography and American iconography. And as somebody who moved here when she was 5 years old, I moved here when I was 5 years old. I moved to Las Vegas, Nevada when I was 5 years old from Durango, Mexico. And in growing up here, I fell in love with all things American culture. I mean, from the music to the movies. I, at some point, discovered Audrey Hepburn. I don't even know when that happened, but I've been obsessed with this woman ever since. And I know that a lot of you can understand why. She is just absolutely gorgeous and so adorable and just such a fashion icon. So in my early 20s, I was all about that era, that 1940s, 1950s era vibe. And I still am, very much so. I love studying fashion. I love studying history, and that era specifically speaks to my heart. But as I have grown, I have realized that my connection to my heritage was not as strong as it once was, and I wanted to change that. And that is why I started changing my fashion, changing how I presented so that it would be more obvious that I am Mexican, that I'm not just, as my husband would say, just a white girl, because that's what he thought that he was going to ask out, just another white girl. But, and it's because of how I presented it. It's absolutely understandable that that is how he saw me, because that's how I was showing myself. But I want to honor and celebrate my heritage day in and day out. And I often do that through what I wear. And I think a lot of us do that as well. And I've seen the shift that the older we get, the more we want to honor and celebrate our heritage. And that is not just Mexican. That is of every background. And it's so beautiful. And I want that to be evident through Kaleidoscopes and Polka Dots as well. Now, when I say Mexican American, I don't just mean Mexican, I mean American as well. And American in that there is going to be a huge section of Americana iconography in the future, like, red, white, and blue, everything. Because I love, like, I don't know if you know about sweetheart jewelry, but sweetheart jewelry was huge in the 1940s. And this was jewelry that was given often or created by a loved one who was supporting their soldier, who was often war. And it was often very patriotic. It was either like an emblem from a uniform, or it was just something heartfelt given to the loved one from the soldier, and turned into a pendant or a brooch or something. And that was called sweetheart jewelry. I have quite a collection of it. It is so special to me, and it is apparently a real vintage. So and another live stream, I might share that with you. But as far as what I wanted to share today, that is all. I just wanted to share with you guys that there is a big shift, and a big, not shift. Well, I guess it is a shift. It's a shift in that now you guys get to enjoy a better shopping experience and also kind of understand where Kaleidoscopes and Polka Dots is coming from. And if I don't see anybody here, then I will totally understand, because I am a little bit earlier than I expected. Oh my gosh, I'm so glossy. I'm so sorry. It's a little hot, but I'll stop rambling. I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye.